Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for stopping by. Please leave a like and a comment. Do what you do. I was just coming here real quick because on the YouTube streets, or actually on the social media streets, this looks like the Combs twins are launching a clothing line. I don't think it's a good idea at this time, only because everything involves timing. Now, I don't know if they think that maybe because their father was on a high for a minute when they thought he was going home, and people were like celebrating the fact that he didn't get life and all that kind of stuff. Now that they're trying to launch a clothing line, I don't feel like it's a good time. I think like everything has a moment, and this is not the moment. I think they're trying to cash in. And what they should have been doing, they should have been doing this a long time ago. They should have been had a clothing line when they were like teenagers. I mean they're teenagers now, but when they were like younger teenagers. Okay. So it says the next generation says the next generation of the Combs legacy is making major moves, and this time it is in the fashion world of fashion. Jesse and Delilah Combs, the twin daughters of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, have officially launched their very own clothing brand, 1221. In a video posted to their Instagram account, the twins shared the big news with their followers. Welcome to 1221, they announced with matching excitement. The name isn't just catchy, it's deeply personal. December 21st is their birthday, and the numbers also carry meaning. The numbers 1 stands for boldness, leadership, while 2 represents love, harmony, and connection. Together, it's a reflection of who they are and how they move through the world side by side. The twins explained that 1221 is more than a fashion label. It's built on their unique connection, a bond that's inspired the brand's identity. Everyone's always asked if we think alike, and the answer is definitely, they said in unison. That deep twin synergy forms the heart of the new line. Designed with everyday wear in mind, 1221 aims to bring together comfort and confidence. The sisters say their brand is for everyone, offering versatile pieces that feel as good as they look. It's a streetwear meets sisterhood with a stylish twist. Well, I understand that they need to venture out and pave their own path, and make a name for themselves, but I feel like everything has a time, and I don't know if this is it. Their dad still has legal woes. We don't know how much time he's going to get. I feel like they think that he's coming home, like time served. I don't feel like that. But at the same token, I'm mad. I'm not mad at him. I mean, they got to do something, I guess. However, yeah, I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. Y'all think that this is appropriate at this particular juncture in their journey? I guess, because they're not their father, but at the same token, it's still associated with Sean Diddy Combs because you wouldn't know them if it wasn't for him, right? So as soon as they put out their clothing line, look at this. 2 hours later, it says Sean Combs twins facing threats of lawsuit after launching a clothing line. I mean, they just announced it. Didn't they just announce it today or yesterday? What's today? No, I think they just announced it today. It says Sean Combs twins Delilah and Jesse Combs launched their 12-20-21 clothing line this week, and they're already facing accusations of thievery and copyright infringement. Another designer named Imani Marshall claims that the 18-year-old twin stole her concept. In a TikTok video, Imani explains that she named her clothing brand 1221 after researching the significance of a number she saw everywhere. Convinced that the number 1221 guided her destiny, Imani chose the number for her clothing brand. Now she says Delilah and Jesse stole the concept, including copying her logo for their own brand. Actually, I don't think they did that on purpose. It is their birth date. And their thing is 1220, not 20, but 20, which is cute. It's nothing like hers. It's just the same number. I don't know about that. 21.com. That's kind of cute actually. I like theirs better. Imani says she makes her clothing by hand and she sources her own materials down to the zippers and buttons. Imani says that her clothing line is worn by celebrities and social media influencers. Her clothes have been featured in fashion magazines' layouts, and she's making a name for herself. Imani doesn't think it's a coincidence that the twins named their clothing brand after hers. I made this video because it's so frustrating when you put your blood, sweat, and tears into something you care so much about, she said in her video. I feel like this happens to a lot of small Black owned businesses. Delilah and Jesse also face accusations of copying the brand of another company named 1220, pictured below. Do you really think that they know that? They don't know that.
Diddy's daughters, the Combs twins, copied my clothing brand. January 1st, 2024, I dropped my clothing brand 1221 Apparel, which I have an LLC and an Instagram page for. And yesterday, all of my friends kept sending me this video.
This is 1221.
As you can see in both our profile pictures, this is my logo and this is theirs. Just a little bit of background on myself and my clothing brand. I first learned how to sew when I was 8 years old. My grandma initially taught me. Then fast forward to 2023, I'd already been contemplating starting my own clothing brand for a couple years now. At the same time, I was also one of the lowest points in my life. I was stuck in a toxic relationship. The relationships with who I was closest with and my family and friends were going downhill. I had gotten fired from my job. I had totaled 2 cars in a span of 2 months. And just overall, everything seemed like it was going downhill in my life. At the same time where all this is happening, I started seeing the number 1221 everywhere. I was in class, I would look at the clock, it would say 1221. I would randomly pick up my phone, it would say 1221. I would see it on license plates, signs, literally everywhere. Till one night, I couldn't sleep, and I remembered that I had been meaning to look up this number to see what it meant. I looked up the number 1221, and it basically had answered everything I was questioning in life at the time. In short, it told me to not let my fears get in the way of my dreams, trust your intuition, doors would be opening for me, I just have to walk through them and trust myself. It was at that exact moment that I knew what I was going to name my clothing brand when I finally dropped it. The slogan for my brand is Design Your Destiny, because when you put on my clothes, I want you to feel like your best version of yourself. The same feeling you get after you just got your hair done, or guys when you just get a fresh cut. My brand 1221 Apparel, I specialize in making custom one-of-one pieces, high-end streetwear fashion for men and women. Since I've dropped my brand, I've now been in the Los Angeles Fashion Show, and I've been able to get my clothes on celebrities and big influencers. Everything that I make that you can see on my Instagram page, I make by hand from scratch. I source all my materials, fabrics, zippers, buttons, all out of Los Angeles. I'm making this video because it's so frustrating when you put actual blood, sweat, and tears into something you care so much about. And I feel like this happens to a lot of small Black-owned businesses where celebrities or big corporations will steal their ideas or steal their names. I've put my absolute all into trying to grow this brand. I also have a short film on my Instagram page that tells you a little bit more about my story and my background. So I just really wanted to make this video to spread the word, and if you support me and if you want to support the real 1221 Apparel, please go follow the Instagram. All I can say is you can expect huge things from me going forward, and this is just the beginning.
Huh. Okay. Well, she did prove that her stuff has been out there for a couple of years. Um, she could, if it goes anywhere, if they don't revamp their name or whatever, she could have a case because it is pretty similar. And there's another extra company that has 1220.com. So I mean, they might not be able to use that, even though it's cute. 1221, it's cute. And that's their birth date. I mean, it makes sense for them to use it, but if there's something already out there, then they're not going to be able to use that. That's sad. That's kind of sad. Please leave a comment down below. Like the video before you depart. And with that being said, everyone be blessed. Peace.